I'm Nicky Stevens. I work here at Trinity Bicycles in Fort Worth, Texas. Today I'm going to speak with these young gentlemen here a little bit about bicycle safety. In Fort Worth, if you are under 18, it is required that you wear a helmet when you're riding your bicycles. It's very important that your helmet always on the right place on your head, otherwise it doesn't give you adequate protection. Whenever you're wearing your helmet, you always want to make sure that your helmet sits down all the way in front. It's very common to let your helmet slide back, but if your helmet slides back, it doesn't protect your face or the front of your head properly. Always make sure your helmet is down over your forehead and securely fastened around your chin. It's also important to know where it's safe to ride your bicycles in town. As a child, if you're not with an adult, the safest place for you to ride is on the sidewalk. But there are extra things to be careful of when you're riding on the sidewalk. It's very important to be careful when you're riding past driveways and through intersections, because you can be going way faster than people are expecting you to be going on the sidewalks and not see you when they're backing out of their driveways or pulling into their driveways. So every time you cross a driveway or an intersection, always look both ways and stop before you cross an intersection to make sure that there are no cars coming either direction. When you're riding with your parents, the safest place is to ride in the street. You always want to stay as far to the right-hand side of the street as possible. Always go with traffic in the direction traffic is going. Some other important safety that we don't always think about when we're riding is to make sure that you're properly protected from the sun. As you know, here in Texas, it gets mighty hot during the summer, so you always want to make sure that you're wearing appropriate sunblock and bring plenty of water with you. Riding a bicycle is a great, fun way to get lots of good exercise. It gives you a full body workout while being low impact. Have y'all been on any group rides in town?
Yes, I have been on critical mass.
I've been
and sometimes I go to the waterfall and back.
Oh yeah? So y'all get to go ride on the Trinity trails?
Yeah.
Trinity trails are a great place to ride your bicycle and not have to worry about cars. Do y'all know any safety tips for when you're riding on the Trinity trails?
Yes. Always stay on your right-hand side.
Oh yeah, that's very important. If you always stay on your right-hand side, then people can pass you safely when they're going faster than you.
And make sure that they see you.
Do you need lights on your bicycles?
Only when it gets really dark.
In Fort Worth, when the sun starts to go down, you have to have a white light on the front of your bike and a red blinking light on the back of your bike. That way, everyone can see you to make sure that you're safe while riding your bike. Okay, Asher, can you tell me some things that you should check on your bicycle before you go for a ride?
Make sure that your seat is tightened, tires aired up, and make sure that if you have one, make sure that you'll always kick up your kickstand if you have one.
It's important to make sure your kickstand is up. What's really important when you come to an intersection?
You must stop, look both ways, and if there's no cars, keep going. And if there is a car approaching you, then you might want to stop and wait for it to pass. Look again, and if there's another car coming, stop and do it again. But if there's no cars coming, then you can just ride across.
Well, if it's important to stop, you better make sure your brakes are working right.
Yeah. Make sure that both your brakes are working, the front and the back.
You want to make sure that your handlebars are tight and that nothing's loose on your bicycle.
Even your seat, and make sure that your seat's at the right height.
And if it's really hot outside like it is all summer long, make sure that you have some water with you. Remember kids, stay active, eat right, and stay FitWorth.
Yeah.